Although we did get to see the first developer preview of Android 12 this week, it didn't tell us a whole lot about what to expect from the next version of Google's mobile OS. But hey, no need to wait for Android 12 for new features. The company announced a set of 6 updates this week that could tide us over. The changes include a dark mode for Google Maps, lock screen cards for the Assistant, an improved and revamped TalkBack screen reader, and, at long last, scheduled messages. This means Android users can set a text to send after a certain time, say after your partner's posted your engagement announcement to Instagram, for example. It can be helpful when you're talking to someone in a different time zone and don't want to bother them while they're asleep. Or maybe you simply don't want to appear too eager when chatting up a potential new partner. This feature is starting to roll out, Google says, and it will be available to those using Android 7 or newer. Take that, iPhone users! On to other updates. We've heard for months that a dark mode may be coming to Google Maps, and now it's finally official. When it does roll out to the phone, you can enable the feature from settings. Now, driving in the dark with Maps doesn't have to scorch your retinas. Another change that's been a long time coming is the ability to use the Assistant when your phone is locked. If you activate lock screen personal results in Assistant settings, you can ask it to make calls, set timers, or play music, and a card will appear on screen to show your task. This can make your device easier to use hands-free, which should benefit those with mobility impairments, but the entire reason you couldn't use Assistant when your phone was locked in the first place was privacy concerns. It's not yet clear how these will be addressed just yet, but it appears that if you're choosing to enable this setting, then you're going into this eyes wide open about the potential privacy implications here. Google is also updating one of its biggest accessibility features, the TalkBack screen reader. It's adding a dozen new multi-finger gestures and voice commands to make it easier to interact with your phone if you can't see your display. The new gestures are available on the latest version of TalkBack on Pixel phones and Galaxy devices with Samsung's One UI 3 onwards. There will also be new reading controls that let you swipe with 3 fingers to change between hearing just the headlines, every word, or even every single character. The company also received feedback that TalkBack's menu structure was confusing, so it worked to simplify navigation. Google's also adding more customization options and support for Arabic and Spanish in its Braille keyboard. This version of TalkBack was co-developed with Samsung, by the way, and it's now the default screen reader on all Galaxy devices running One UI 3 and up. One of the new features in this set of announcements might sound familiar. It's the password checkup. It's been mentioned since 2019 and was initially available on Chrome first to alert you if your password has been compromised and posted on the web. With this update, Google will check your passwords when you enter them into an app using autofill, and it'll walk you through changing it if necessary. Finally, Android Auto will soon get shortcuts on the launch screen to make it easier to reach your contacts or activate the Assistant. Voice-enabled games like Jeopardy and Trivia are also coming, as is a privacy screen that'll let you decide when Android Auto appears on your car's display. You'll also be able to pick from a selection of car-inspired backgrounds to personalize your dashboard, and those with wider screens can split it to feature Google Maps on one side and media controls on the other. It's not yet clear when all of these updates will begin to roll out, although the ones for Android Auto will be available in the coming days for those with phones running Android 6.0 and later. Now, Google has been releasing all these updates more frequently throughout the year instead of saving them for one big OS update. While it might mean that every generation or iteration of Android may seem less like a major upgrade, it is nice to get these features as and when they become ready, instead of having to wait for an arbitrary calendar date. For more news and coverage about Android, iOS, and everything in the world of consumer technology, make sure you subscribe to Engadget. And as always, thank you for watching.